Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Alpha Protocol. Today we're going to take on the finale again. And since the thread voted 7-6 to 3 for maximum douche, that's what we've got here.
I think there's enough coke residue on this knife to get very, very high.
I forgot to show off the knife at the end of the last video, so there it is. I didn't realize we'd gotten it. But enough playing around. We've got business to take care of. The business of murder. Yeah, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Well, let's look at our handler choices. We've got Z, who's defeated. Albatross, we told to go fuck himself. So I guess we're going with Stephen Heck.
Did you take care of what you had to do?
Everything's in place. How about you?
It shouldn't be much longer.
Are you safe?
Probably safer than you. Mike, if this doesn't work...
Goodbye, Mina. Mind if I sit here?
Go ahead. It'll save me from having to call in the squad. All done running?
Never was.
Yeah, well, whatever you call it, I'm here to bring you in. Glad you're not making a fuss about this.
I called you, remember?
Now, as you can see here, Stephen Heck's handler bonus is +2 melee damage. Yeah, that's pretty crap. But you can also see here that because we harmed fellow agents, they're actually going to have more enemies in the finale. I think that's a nice touch.
So, here we are, Agent Thornton.
Guess you can go home again.
If by home you mean prison. Mr. Westridge first spoke to you in this room, didn't he?
Interrogated, actually. It was a really dull conversation.
When he asked you why you volunteered for Alpha Protocol, do you remember what you told him?
I guess I'm an adrenaline junkie. And the women, of course.
I'm not sure we need a cowboy.
You need someone, or I wouldn't be here.
Was it all you expected, Mike? Looking back, was it all worth it now? You'll have to excuse me, but I asked for this next part to be recorded for posterity. I wanted to make sure it's captured perfectly.
Do you know what I like most about our relationship, Henry? It's these special moments, you and I, talking about the world. It's really cozy. So when you're asking me if it's all worth it, not yet. But it will be when I look back on this years from now and get this beautiful wave of nostalgia.
Never mind then, Thornton. Seems...
I'm not done. What I'm gonna remember most is how you thought you had it all under control before this little plan of yours came crashing down around you.
All right, Thornton. I suppose you're bored of these questions anyway. Frankly, so am I. So if there's nothing else...
In Saudi Arabia, someone gave away my coordinates, tried to kill me. They did it for you. Who helped you?
I'm sorry?
Who was the mole?
Mike, who wasn't the mole? If anyone betrayed you, I think the betrayal wasn't what you think it was. It allowed you to survive, when in fact, you should have died there with Shahid. And that, Agent Thornton, is the truth. So when you think back on poor Madison St. James, Sung's presidency in danger, the riots in Taipei, cutting off my weapons trafficking in Moscow, and that airliner and its passengers burning to death as they hit the ground, and then you killing the only man who could have testified to my involvement, Ali Shahid. The truth died with him. I've set the world on a new course. Helbeck's numbers are going to skyrocket. Our technology will be part of every military contract and army in the world.
Of course. You've got it all figured out. After all, Leland, you know everything, right?
If this is another one of your bluffs, Thornton, then lay your cards on the table. I can't say I care for that tone of yours.
I take responsibility for what happened at the museum. But the data I pulled off Shahid's body, that implicates you in this whole thing more than you know.
You have no such data. The missile destroyed Shahid and the convoy. Nothing was left.
Oh, the missile that killed me, too? Leland, come on. It's taken you this long to realize you made a mistake? You don't know what you've done. All these plans of yours aren't going to cause a Cold War, they're going to cause a real one. And I know that's something you don't want.
Spare me your lectures, Thornton. You're a civil servant, while I run a multinational company. Your evaluations of world events... Please. This conversation has outlived its usefulness, I think. Although, one last thing I'm curious about. Since you have every angle covered, what happened to that footage, Mike? The one of the airliner you had in your possession.
It's safe.
Oh, you mean with Scarlet?
What?
You mean safe with Scarlet. That's who you gave it to.
I didn't say that.
No, she did when we asked. She's here, you know. She was resistant at first, but, well...
Bullshit, you don't have her here. She'd run circles around you.
Perhaps. Perhaps both of us. I'll have her tortured if I have to. Make no mistake about it. Who knows what sorts of secrets she could reveal. But enough about her. You've lost. All your efforts for nothing. You can't stop us.
If you say so. Who am I to contradict you?
You're a confident man, Agent Thornton. But there's no place for you to run now. Soon, all trace of this facility will be erased, and you along with it. After all, it never really existed in the first place.
Leland?
What is it?
I'm going to kill you.
Amusing.
Not really.
Well then, you'd best get to it, Mr. Thornton. You have an hour. I look forward to your efforts.
Sorry, sir, but we have our orders. When they administer the meds, the end will be quick.
Psst. Hey, Mike.
Steven?
No, it's the ghost of ass-kicking's yet to come. I'm on my way. Oh, and there's a guy coming your way who looks like he wants to violate the Geneva Convention all over you. You might want to take him out first.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You made it out, I see.
Hey.
Resourceful.
Whoa, looks like you started the party without me.
Good to see you, Steven. Thanks.
Oh yeah, if you get around to it, could you patch into the Global Monitoring Center network? Might be more reliable intel than interrogations. I don't trust these weasels any farther than I can torture them.
Global Monitoring Center. Got it.
Now, I must admit, binary invisibility is proving slightly useful. If only because it lets us shoot certain turrets without the turrets shooting back. But that's it. I mean, if you're being stealthy, you're not going to get spotted by the cameras anyway. And if you're worried about that, there's an armor mod for that.
Here comes the cavalry.
Now, you may remember last time we had a vote for whether to contact Alan Parker or get the message from Omen Dang. Omen Dang's dead, so all we can do is talk to Parker. What should we talk to him about?
Agent? Or is it just Mike Thornton now, with the rank stripped away? Never understood why we had titles anyway. Meaningless. I don't understand why you wanted to speak to me. If you think I can help you, you're wrong.
We'll see. I think you'll want to hear what I have to say. I wanted to talk to you about what happened in Rome.
If you think your efforts in Rome caused any inconvenience, the bomb failed to go off, yes. but it renewed talks in terrorist legislation, so it was satisfactory. Not quite as much of an effect as hoped, but...
And your daughter getting killed? Was that all right with you too?
What?
Your daughter, Madison. She was in Rome. Marburg shot her in the back, right in front of me, out of revenge for stopping the bomb.
And why would he do that?
Oh, he didn't know she was your daughter. But he was so pissed at the time, I don't think he would have cared.
I don't believe you.
Then check the Halbeck records, the VCI employee list, or the list of people killed in the museum. Look for a Madison St. James.
St. James?
Your wife's maiden name. Madison took it to distance herself from you, and you know why she did it. Check the casualty list, Parker. Trust me, her name's there. Marburg's responsible. He did it under Halbeck's orders.
This conversation is over, Agent.
Damn it. Parker.
Let's move it.
Get him.
Now, normally, that conversation will prompt Parker to attack Marburg later on. But we already killed Marburg, so really all we did was rub salt in a wound. I am in favor of that.
Tango spot.
Let's see. Once again, there's a turret, but since we already used binary visibility, it didn't work that time. Isn't that useful? Let's see. Side door over here. Oh, look where we are. And look who's in the next room. You know what? I don't really want to talk to her. Let's just keep going.
Calling Thornton. Come in, Thornton.
Yeah, Steven, go ahead.
Oh, good, you're there. Somebody keeps jamming my signal. When I find out who it is, oh, doctors will have to invent new words for what I do to him.
It must be Westridge. He's in control of the facility.
Westridge, huh? File that under M for mangle with wood chipper. Or should that be W for wood chipper, comma, mangle with?
Well, unfortunately, we don't have access to a wood chipper. We just have this turret. And unfortunately, we've got two guys just sitting here being idiots.
I know you're here somewhere.
There he is.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't turn the turret far enough to cover that ladder. And the other guy, oh, he's over there. Let's kill him. And now we got these guys on this side who refuse to come out to play. They're all just being jerks. Don't they know I just want to play with them? I just want to play catch with bullets.
Contact.
Look, they're winning. You won. Your turn to play. Come on. Oh, come on. You know you want to play. Oops, I'm out of bullets. There we go. You won too. Everybody's a winner when you play catch with bullets. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to bother killing those guys.
Steven, did you have a reason for calling besides discussing filing structures for grievous bodily harm?
Oh, right, yeah. I got lost in my own little world there. Yeah, there's some guys up here. Looks like they're planting little round things with blinky lights all over the servers. So either they're decorating for Christmas, or...
Or they're going to blow the servers. I'm on it. I'll meet you in the main hub.
If Alpha Protocol was one of my branches, I would have terminated everyone by now.
Aren't you doing that already? Just hold on, Leland. I'll be seeing you in a bit.
You mean after you help Miss Tang? We have her prisoner here. It's your choice, Thornton. Rescue her or come after me. Let's see where your priorities lie.
Honestly, my priorities lie over here with collecting goodies. Unfortunately, there's only the one goodie to get. And here we have a generic firefight. Fortunately, Stephen Heck is drawing fire for most of these guys. I actually managed to kill one. And now, the hunt for goodies. The hunt for goodies is disappointing at this stage. Because we keep picking up things that give money. And we have nothing to do with money anymore. We can't spend it. There's no score. Nothing good comes from money at this point.
Comes the cowboy.
Bullets are good. It's actually the same with weapon mods that we pick up. We can't modify our weapons at this stage.
Mina was in there because she was conspiring with you. Guess she deserved it, huh?
Okie doke, the way is clear. I'll stay here in case anybody gets cute and tries to come up behind you. Give him the old Steven special.
We still need the data off those servers. Get someone to recover it.
Now, in fairness, it's not that Mina deserved that. It's just that we were done with her. I mean, what else was there to do with her?
Parker, what the hell are you doing with the records? Parker! Parker, answer me now, damn it!
Hurry and set those charges. Keep an eye out for Thornton. He's still around here.
Contact.
Whoa there, cowboy. They just armed those demo charges. You got exactly, not very long to shut them off. Unless an eternity as chunky salsa appeals to you.
Not really, no.
Would you... In minutes, all...
Having trouble, Parker? Parker, stop. I'm warning you.
Well, I did warn him, briefly, before I shot him. It still counts.
Hurry up. Thornton's not out of the picture yet.
I felt it. You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. Bunch of dead guys took most of the blast. Looks like I'm not gonna be hooking up with you anytime soon. Go on ahead. Just promise you'll leave some bad guys for me.
I'm not sure I can make that kind of promise, Steven. In fact, I know I can't.
Thornton, still alive, I see.
Hey, Mike, good news, bad news.
What's the bad news?
That chopper was our ride out of here.
Great. What's the good news?
I paid extra for the insurance package.
Well, at least we're outside now. In the fresh air, the sunshine, being able to murder under the open sky. It's a really nice change of pace, and I really appreciate that the final level wasn't all indoors. That would have gotten really old really fast, I think. So, while some levels may be poorly designed, embassy, I think that the finale does a really good job of being varied.
Hey, Mikey. Good to see you. Glad you made it out here to our live fire range. No more practice runs for you. This is the real deal. Keep him busy. I'll be back in a second.
Now, without chain shot, the trick to winning is to get into this block area, for which it really helps to have an EMP. And you use this sniper rifle, and you shoot him a bunch of times. Preferably before he shoots you to death.
Hey, guess what? Looks like your instincts were right on. Some of my boys did survive that explosion. Tough little buggers. Anywho, if you can get to them, might make your life a little easier.
I'll do that. Thornton out.
At least now, Darcy can finally be with Mina in the afterlife. Who am I kidding? Darcy's going straight to hell. And look, a weapon mod that will do nothing. You can't equip weapon mods in the middle of a mission. It's useless.
Mike, my guys are getting impatient to make with the killing. Where you at?
In a tight spot. One of their chopper patrols just spotted me.
Ooh, that's not good. You should probably do something about that.
Yeah, I figured that out. Thanks.
And this goodie is trapped under a tire, and it won't let me pick it up. So whatever that was, it's lost to the ages now. Now we're in this helicopter fight, and once again, my main priority is to get myself up against the safe spot after I clear out a few of these bad guys, because the safe spot isn't very safe if you're just getting shot in the back. Yes, up against this shipping container here, you're safe from the missiles, so if you come off of it, you're not safe, as evidenced by the fact that I keep getting hit with missiles. There we go, safe spot. All it can do is shoot the top of the shipping container. Darn it! I'm getting shot to pieces by idiots and missiles. Alright, idiot, come on out. Oh, come on, you're telling me that missed. Jeez, just stupid. There, die. Sure. Alright. I'm out of sprint. Why can't I sprint? I'll get shot with a missile again. Yeah, as if sprint wasn't bad enough with being caught on geometry a lot and not really being able to control your direction, it runs out. So even when you want to sprint, you can't. That's not the best design choice, if you ask me. But the Khatra's taken care of, so let's proceed to the next phase. Just shooting guys in the leg. I'm not really sure what the point of this last section is. We had the fight with Darcy. We had the fight with the chopper. And now we've just got this little area with a few guys and some turrets. I guess it's kind of a breather.
Where is the boat? ETA on arrival, please. I have appointments I need to keep. I don't know what Thornton's game is, but he needs to be stopped. He escaped custody and he's coming for us. I need an escort out of here now.
So like I said, this seems like something of a breather after the Darcy and helicopter segments, but before the final boss. But do we really need one? I mean, there's no challenge in this part. And we already got a med kit after the helicopter fight. there's ample time to use a first aid kit of our own. So what does this segment really serve here? And especially this, just 2 extra guys who've been waiting inside to come out.
Taking cover.
Were these 2 guys really necessary? Could we not just clear out the guys who are here and then go in? And my response to that is fire. But this guy is surprisingly fireproof. And it wasn't until he walked through the fire for the 3rd time that he actually caught. But we got the perk.
Hey, I know you got these loose ends to tie up and all, but really, get a move on, huh?
Give it up, Leland.
Thornton, it seems I underestimated you.
Yeah, that's one of your talents. It's your choice. Prison, or I kill you right here.
No, the choice is yours, Agent. I'm leaving. I suggest you do the same.
Hey, we gained a level that I don't need. Now, last time I won the fight with Chain Shot. This time you're going to see the quote-unquote intended path, which is basically just running up a certain path and getting to the end.
Oh,
the coward shows himself.
Get up, damn it! I'm not paying you to bleed! Looks like the getaway boat's
You're as persistent as you are incompetent.
Thanks for the heads up. I'm on.
Hey, good thinking, Mike. Take out the trash first. Leland won't know what to do with himself.
So, all you have to do is follow this catwalk. It'll take you right to the booth where Leland is. Kill the one guy in your way.
Keep the water flowing! We need to get this boat launched!
I'll just bait out one last missile.
Had enough?
Why no, I haven't.
There you are.
Yep, he turns into a total coward.
Ouch!
Going somewhere?
All right, Thornton. What is it you want?
Just a little payback.
Please, Agent, don't be a fool. How dare you hit me?
That's for Madison. And that's for wrecking my life. I can keep this up all day. Now, tell me what else I can't do. You think you can give me orders? Think you have control of this situation?
Thornton, hold on. I can get you whatever you want. Funds, vehicles, transport off this island, your life, your career. I can give it back to you. It'd only take a few calls.
And all I have to do is let you go, right? See, that's where you lose my interest.
I knew you'd be reasonable about this.
I suppose you think you've talked your way out of this. I know what matters to you, Leland. And for the next few years, seeing you drag through courtroom after courtroom and watching Halbeck fall apart is enough for me.
If it comes to that, you mean?
It will. Trust me. All the evidence I have is going exactly where it needs to go.
I think you're in for some disappointment. The government won't allow my involvement with Alpha Protocol to be exposed.
Alpha Protocol? What's that? They'll just deny it exists. See you on TV, Leland. Should be quite the circus.
You're late.
I had to kill some soldiers on the way here. I'll add it to your bill.
Scarlet.
Now there's a picture. Yes, Mike? Don't be surprised. You did cost me the Sun contract, you know.
So you were the assassin.
And quite an expensive one. So for Sun, Mike, I actually should thank you.
Well, that depends on how much you're going to pay me to kill Mike here.
I don't think you have a contract to kill me yet, Scarlet. And I don't know if Leland would honor it at this stage.
You have a point. And I still haven't seen the money for Sung.
I can pay you. Kill him and then we can discuss it, but we need to leave now.
Discuss it? There's no discussion. You owe me a lot of money, Leland.
No.
Mike, what have you been doing? You're bleeding all over the place. It's gross. Some of them germs around here probably date back to the Second World War. The secret Second World War, that is. Not the one they say happened.
Goodbye, Leland.
Thornton, please. I can pay you.
So what happened with Red and Dead here? She finally realized you'd outed her in Taipei?
You knew she was the assassin?
Yeah, didn't you? I thought you were just trying to get some smoochy face with her, so you were letting the whole murder thing slide. Pretty classy, I thought.
Well, I'm glad you were able to show up in time.
So, that was it? A little less than I was hoping for. A lot less killing, but... Oh, I like the flooding base part. That was cool. Ah, floods. They're clean and murderous. It's that same thrill you get when flushing a toilet full of red ants.
Yeah, well, as low-key as this was, we might want to stay under the radar for a while.
Not sure I like the sound of that. Being quiet and all. Yeah, not really my thing. This little guerrilla action we just did, that's more my style. Well, maybe with more bombs. Ooh, or a bomb filled with bombs. Strapped to a nuke.
Once we hit civilization, then we can start making some changes. Assuming this operation was all it appeared to be, that is.
Wait, you mean like if this whole thing was an Alpha Protocol on top of another Alpha Protocol? Like an Alpha Protocol. You know, I think I ran into them back in 89 or 98. Maybe both. Ah, that takes me back.
Tell me on the way, and see if you can pick up any news broadcasts. I want to see how the world's doing.
And we successfully murdered everyone we can. Basically. The missed objective was the one to save Mina. I failed that for obvious reasons. A fun fact, the first time I played this game, that was how I found out that Scarlet was the assassin. Was the sudden reveal at the end. And it was awesome. I really wanted to somehow shoehorn that into the LP, but I decided I'd rather go with the thread participation. So, anyone who watched the LP for the first time in the recruit run, I'm sorry that I couldn't provide that great of a moment for you, but I hope you enjoyed yourselves anyway. There you can see the red text. We let Mina die. Westridge did not show up in this. I actually don't know what triggers Westridge being there in the final fight.
More setbacks for troubled Halbeck Industries today as Russian federal police uncovered extensive evidence linking the corporation's senior officers to illegal arms trafficking. This setback comes on the heels of a mysterious disappearance of Halbeck CEO Henry Leland, who vanished from his San Francisco office earlier this month. American law enforcement is cooperating with Interpol to locate him. President Charles was in Moscow today to sign a new treaty with Russian President Ramius, pledging mutual support from both nations to end arms trafficking in Eastern Europe. A new task force created by the signing of this treaty will be headquartered in Vladivostok, with operations scheduled to begin early next year. Mideast peace talks were further set back when the Altair insurgent group attacked a convoy of U.S. diplomats in Saudi Arabia. This attack was just the latest in a period of escalating violence in the region, which began when Al-Samad collapsed last month. Since the disappearance of Ali Shahid, the Al-Samad terror network has disintegrated, with chief lieutenants forming their own breakaway sects in their attempts to establish dominance. This fragmentation of the Al-Samad network has coincided with a dramatic drop in arms trafficking in the region, an event which has Pentagon officials relieved. According to one source, had the attackers been armed with more sophisticated weaponry than Cold War-era RPGs and assault rifles, the attack on the American convoy might have been much more severe. Luckily, Secret Service agents were able to repel the attack with minimal casualties. None of the Senate delegation to the Mid-East Unity Conference were harmed, but 2 Secret Service agents were killed in the line of duty. Our thoughts here at INN are with them and their families. Thousands line the streets of Rome today for the funeral of Madison St. James, the young woman killed during the failed bombing attempt of the Roman Museum of Natural History. Miss St. James has become celebrated among proponents of stronger government anti-terror legislation since her death, and her funeral at times resembled a political rally. In the United States, Senator Patrick Darcy proposed Madison's Law, a sweeping bill some have likened to a new Patriot Act in response to the tragedy. As Miss St. James had no known family, Senator Darcy personally paid for her funeral here in Rome. Uncertainty still grips Taiwan in the wake of President Ronald Sung's assassination. Emergency elections are scheduled in 3 weeks, with the country's future hanging in the balance. Sung's pro-independence leanings were never popular among certain elements of the government, and speculation has abounded that his successor will face pressure to back down and press for formal reintegration with the People's Republic of China. Taiwanese authorities announced the execution of assassin Wen Shu today. Investigators have uncovered no motive for the assassination. A copy of Catcher in the Rye, a novel famously associated with conspiracy theories and secret American brainwashing programs, was found in his apartment, leading to internet speculation that Wen Shu was an American sleeper agent planted to assassinate Sung and touch off a war with China. U.S. government sources have declined comment.
So there you have the full consequences of the choices we made in this run. Killing off both Brayko and Surkov puts an end, at least for a while, to weapon trafficking in Moscow. Letting Madison die actually helps Halbech, if it would continue to exist anyway, because it prompts Patriot Act-like legislation in Europe, as her death is heavily politicized. On the other end of the spectrum, Ronald Sung does not become the martyr he wishes he could be, and instead his death is seen as a signal for a correction or a pushback toward conservatism. Actually, easing the tensions once again between Taiwan and mainland China. I'd like to thank everybody who participated in the thread, everybody who watched on YouTube who may not have seen the thread. Especially want to thank everyone who voted. I'd like to thank Conti for chiming in. This has been Circle Master. I'll see you next time.